Hello. Well, this is actually my second Brain Candies event that I'm attending. And during the first event, which was last like a year or a half ago, long time ago, I already knew like I want to give this a try. I want to share my story, so here I am. And then Christian, he told me the topic was going to be about creativity, and I thought like, damn, I do like this topic. Why? Because I do not consider myself at all as a creative person. Let me sketch the situation a little bit for you. Just like Christian, I'm also a breakdancer, a b-boy. And well, this is an example of what we do as b-boys. We like to take strange poses. But from this pose you can go to this or to this, which is basically the same pose, but it's different. This is just one silly example of how we in breakdance like to use creativity to flip something and mix it up like you like it. This is rewarded. In breakdance, people like when you're creative, and not just in breakdance. I think we all agree that all around us, people love to see creativity, and creativity is something which is seen as something positive, which I agree on. Of course, it is something positive. But back to the dancing story, I didn't really like to innovate those new moves and flip something out and do new stuff, invent new things, new steps, think about it. I didn't like that. What I really wanted to do is this. I just wanted to stand on my hands. That's all I wanted to do. And actually this, I like to compare this with this very high level mathematics, because a handstand, well, it might be technically difficult, but it's not creative at all. I mean, especially if you can stand on two hands, you can also do it on one hand, and anybody can come up with that. So this often was rejected as too simplistic within the dancers. A lot of people were telling me, you're not creative enough, you need to develop new things, do new steps, you need to dance more, you're not going to win competition by doing this. So yeah, you need to step your game up and come with new things. This is too simple. So naive as I was, I listened to them and I started really forcing myself. Let's create new things. So okay, let's take a moment. Let's make a new step. No, can't do it. I stood there for hours, for days. For 2 years I've been training like this. And it was really frustrating, because it ended up like nothing, and all I got was some forced dance moves which didn't look like anything actually. Another example of letting the creativity go is during New Year's Eve. There was a friend of mine, he had a white piece of paper, and then he said, let's do something creative. Let's all draw something without drawing anything. So he gave us just some paint, different colors, and was just like, let it go and just draw anything you want. It shouldn't really be anything, but let it flow, let it go. And then people came up with all these creative images. Now, and then here comes my image, and I'm not joking, this really was what I came up with, this. Because I could not just put that switch on like, okay, now I'm going in the creative mood. That was no option for me. Maybe a lot of people can do it, but I cannot do, and maybe some of you can't, maybe some of you can. It's something really personal. So I wasn't really able to do that. So what I did then, because it was pretty frustrating again, was really I started to listen to the inner voice, like Christian also told me, the inner voice. And well, the inner voice told me like, forget of all this forced creativity and trying to force these things. Just don't think and do what feels right and what you want to do. So what did I do? I started doing more handstands and nothing more, just handstands. At the beginning, people were like, he's only doing that, and why is he only standing on his hands? He's not going to win any competition by it within the breakdance. It's not going anywhere. But then something funny happened. The things started coming together, but not as I planned initially. First, I wanted to be a good breakdancer. I wanted to win competitions. I wanted to travel with breakdance and meet new people and do all these things. But now, well, I'm hardly breakdancing anymore, like maybe once a week just for fun. But I'm just standing on my hands, but I am doing, giving shows with handstands. I am doing my own thing with the hand balance stuff. And I also travel a little bit with handstands and meet new people. So it's not what I planned initially, but it still came together. And well, I actually really liked it. So this brings me to the question, if you're really trying something so hard, you might be not sure if you're doing the right thing, especially with me. This does not hold for everybody, but I'm sure some of you will recognize this a little bit. If you have to force this creativity too much, you might be in the wrong room. But this is actually quite something difficult, because sometimes you just have to try harder. I mean, you can't just give up too fast. There's this very thin line. You need to find the balance. When do I try harder, and when do I say, like, oh, forget it, it's not my thing? You really have to be also balanced within this. Because like this plant, you feed it, it will grow. If you spend time, if you put energy in something, it will develop, you will get better at it. But I believe you should not put this energy in developing your creativity, because there does not exist something like that. Like was said before, I heard a couple of times today, everybody's creative, everybody's artistic. That's true, but you should put your energy not in being artistic, but in finding the trigger. And I think that equals to just doing what you like to do, what you love to do, and then the creativity will flow from itself without having to put too much effort in it. Brings me to my last slide. I even learned how to dance now, because I didn't care anything about it anymore, about this whole breakdance thing of being creative. Just standing on my hands. And now whenever I go to this 1 hour breakdance a week, I enjoy myself so much, and I exactly innovating new steps and new moves, which I wanted to do like 4 years ago when I tried so hard. Now I'm not trying anything, and I just can't do it. And I'm not going to dance right now, but I can do it. I'm sorry. So, yeah, thank you for your attention.